Good morning, beautiful people. It is Motivational Monday. This is Indrea Gordon with quadclothingcompany.com, bringing you just a little inspiration to start your week off. We had a wonderful weekend. We showed at the country club here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. We did a pret-a-porter style fashion show and pret-a-porter style fashion show, and it was really wonderful. And I was so excited that everybody came out to support and just have a really good time and mix and mingle with each other. And I looked in the crowd and I said, you know what? I said, this is what racism looks like. We have folks from all over the place, mixing and mingling and loving on each other, supporting each other, giving cards, giving resources out to each other, embracing each other, and just being just good old people. And I said, you know what? This is how it's supposed to be. This is what it's all about. And so I was really excited about that, and even more so excited about the love that all the models showed to each other, and giving up their time and their energy back there to help each other out. And it was just a really good show and a good atmosphere. And so today I want to talk to you about the importance of giving. You know, sometimes people say, and it sounds like an old cliche, you reap what you sow, and karma comes back around and all of that good stuff. And believe it or not, it's real talk. You reap what you sow. You sow good stuff, you get good stuff in return. That's biblical. You know, some of you, we don't like to give. We don't like to be the one that opens our hand first and make ourselves available, or make what we have available. And I just want to tell you that there is joy and there is peace in giving. My pastor used to always say, you can't outgive God. And that is so true. Whenever you give, and you give from your heart, and you are willing to give, and you give gratefully and peacefully and honestly, there is joy in that. It comes back to you like tenfold. Like, sometimes it's not monetary, but sometimes it can be God watches over your children, your grandchildren. It can be finances, but it comes in so many different forms. But if you never open yourself up to give, you'll never be able to know what it's like to receive. So some of you are just what we call a little tight. Loosen up a little bit. It's okay to give. It's okay to give. And sometimes when you give, people, you know, don't like to make themselves vulnerable. And I say that giving sometimes is vulnerable because when you give, especially monetary, you open yourself up for something. And for some people, that can be scary. You know, some of us don't want people to know what we have. Some of us have it sitting on stacks and don't want to give because we don't want folks to know that we have it. You know, some of us go to church and we receive a blessing and we might get $1 and we might say, I ain't finna make that pastor pockets fat and I'm struggling. It's not even about that. It's a requirement from God to give your 10%. Churches have to run like a business. You going there to receive something, so it's only right that you give something in return. $1 just ain't gonna pay the light bill at the church, honey, and you going there every Sunday to get blessed. How you think some of y'all making it through the week? Off what the pastor has taught throughout the Sunday service and Bible study. That's how y'all making it. And then you have the nerve to go into church on Sunday and put $1. You know, I had this little issue at one point with tithing. My pastor now, Dr. Beverly Solomon at These Are They Church in Houston, Texas, she always gets on me, Indrea, tithe. There is blessings tied to you tithing. It's not so much about the church, but it's what God requires. And when you don't do what God requires, honey, you are in direct disobedience. And I'm sitting there like I'm in the principal's office, y'all. Guilty as hell, because I know I haven't been doing what I was supposed to. But the minute you line up, guys, and do what God has called you to do and put your blinders on, don't worry about what the pastor's driving. Don't worry about what other folks have. Don't worry about somebody having more than you. Don't worry about all those things. You give because it is a requirement to give. It is a blessing to give. There is freedom and joy in giving, because one thing about it, when you give, you never ever know what you're going to get in return. And I guarantee you, it's going to be greater than what you gave, because you can never, ever outgive God. So I pray that I've said something this morning that'll bless somebody. Actually, right now I'm on my way to work, and so we're actually going to drop some popcorn off to a local radio station here. They have a back to school bash, and KCWA is actually having a back to school bash, and I just think that that's a blessing that they do that every year, and that's just part of giving, and there's joy in that. So we were up to like 2 o'clock this morning popping popcorn. As some of you know, we have a popcorn business called Yeps PC, and you can find us on Facebook and like us at Yeps PC, facebook.com/Yeps PC. And so we're actually going to, this morning I'm going to deliver some popcorn. If you can see, I got a bucket load for those children, and we got some goodies in that bad boy. That's why I'm so big, y'all. I just be popping and eating. That boy say, you eat more than you sell. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hell, popcorn good. Anyway, I pray that I've said something that have blessed somebody today. And just remember to give, guys. Not because you see fit, but because it's a requirement. And I guarantee you, you will never, ever, ever outgive God. Open your hands. Don't keep them so tight. Especially you brothers. Y'all tight as a owl. Open your hands and give. All right? It's freedom in giving. So y'all have a good day. And I'm tired. I look tired in this video, but it's all great. God is good. Talk to you all soon. Have a great week.